The news has been exceptionally hot this week, and we literally just got started. From Gravity going through a terrifying experience because of a creepy fan, to Ryusera speaking out about the disgusting people that slide into her DMs, and even an update on Sujin. Let's get right into it. Sasaengs will go to extremes to spend time with their idols, and Gravity unfortunately had to learn this the hard way. Just thinking about it is giving me goosebumps, you guys. While groups and idols who have been in the scene for a while are already used to having Sasaengs around them, either calling or stalking them, it was the first time for a rookie group, Gravity, to have been attacked by a Sasaeng. Gravity's agency, Starship Entertainment, on October 3rd issued a media statement revealing that police had apprehended a woman who broke into the building. The statement revealed that luckily, the manager was quick to respond and called the police immediately. Police arrived soon after and tried to talk the woman into leaving the premises. To absolutely no one's surprise, she did not listen and made quite the scene in front of the building, which was recorded on the CCTV cameras. Creepy and overdramatic? Pick a struggle. The agency has also reported the Sasaeng's behavior as unauthorized intrusion and forcing unwanted physical contact by providing CCTV footage both inside and outside the building. Starship assured fans that they're doing their best to protect the artist and will take measures to prevent something like this from never happening again in the future. Though, according to News One, the police have not yet booked her under any charges and are still investigating. I cannot even imagine how Gravity members felt after this experience. Like, for real, why are people doing such things? Who would have thought that the ages of his own bandmate might cause the fall of Chon Jungkook? Not me, that's for sure. We all know the controversy Jungkook has been involved in, and some of his solo fans think that it might be the work of none other than Jimin Agis. Straight out of a fan fiction, right? But believe it or not, a fan account on Twitter revealed that some of Park Jimin's Agis fans had spent their time trying to defame Jungkook through harmful blog posts since 2019. According to Jungkook fans, Jimin Agis have made up rumors about the youngest member, tweeted from an account with big following so it garners attention, then emailed the rumor to media outlets so it gets spread around Naver. They have also reportedly created multiple accounts on Naver so they can upvote the false rumors and downvote the comments defending him. Jungkook stans also think that the recent backdoor advertising scandal Jungkook has been involved in is a result of defamation caused by these Jimin Agis too. This has caused them to demand better protection for these malicious rumors from the company, but nothing has been said on HYBE's part yet. These fights between solo stans have always been very funny to me because these idols have been best friends for years, while their solo stans are always at each other's throat. Although if K-pop has proven anything to us, is that anything is possible. So I'm expecting this situation to be resolved soon, either by the company or by detective armies. I'm putting all my trust in you. Sunwoo is tired and he's not holding back on his so-called fans anymore. While it's normal for fans to be concerned about their favorite idols, it's definitely not normal for them to tell these idols to lose weight. What normal person does that? In a series of messages via the Universe app, Sunwoo was seen writing, "Why in the world did someone tell me to go on a diet? I mean, telling me to work out would be different, but so many people want to turn me into whatever they want. This is definitely the most devastating chain of messages I've seen lately. How do these people sleep after telling someone to go on a diet?" Netizens felt equally disgusted by the messages, which comes as a surprise since, well, we know how netizens can be. One of them wrote, "I can't believe there are people who would pay for that kind of service just so they can order their idols around and say stuff like, lose weight. Is an idol your emotional trash dump?" But despite this, Sunwoo felt the need to apologize, which is even sadder and actually upsetting. He said, "If I think about it, the person who told me that is also a fan I should be grateful for. They are my fan and they pay for this service. Sorry, I acted on impulse. I bet all my money that the company made him write this." This is sadly not the first time these quote-unquote fans have commented on the members' weights. Back in August, Kevin and Younghoon were called too skinny even though they insisted they had gained weight and were happy with their current figure. It's disgusting to think about these people having the audacity to offer their unwanted opinions on the idol's weights, as if it's any of their business. Ryusera has just exposed the disgusting behavior of people who slide into her DMs. She spoke up on the inappropriate messages she's been getting from men, and trust me, this is really something. I believe that a lot of women have had the experience of opening their messages on any social media to seeing the most inappropriate messages and pictures from men they don't even know. Having experienced it herself, on October 3, E! Daily reported that former Nine Muses member Ryusera has spoken out against the fact that many accounts sent her inappropriate pictures and DMs. She posted on her personal Instagram account a warning to those who continue to send her offensive photos and messages. She attached a screenshot of one of the messages and wrote in the caption, "I received these messages, which means every woman in Korea could be in a similar situation. I've been trying to block the accounts that sent them, but now I'm exhausted, so I'm sharing this instead. But please stop sending me these pictures. I will track you down." Netizens have been sending supporting messages, emphasizing with the fact that other female idols must probably be going through the same thing. I'm just proud of Sera for speaking up for herself, and I'm hoping this urges other female idols to come forward. Soojin was literally forced to leave Idol, and she still isn't being left alone. One-sided accusations have made Cube kick her out of the group so they wouldn't have to investigate or do their jobs. Even though Soojin herself addressed all of them in detail and other classmates have spoken up in defense of her, 2 months later a journalist made a post about how people shouldn't be so quick to jump to conclusions when they've only heard one side of the story, especially knowing that the police investigation on the matter is still ongoing and hasn't come to a definite conclusion. The journalist compared the situation to that of AOA's Jimin and Mina's, trying to make a point about how not everything is always as it seems. I mean, they were kind of right, because just as it is with Mina and Jimin, people had decided the victim and the perpetrator too early on and without hearing both sides of the story. While we know how that turned out for them, even though this post was calling just for people to use critical thinking before potentially ruining someone else's career, that seemed to get the netizens heated and attacked the original poster. Does this count as a self-burn on the netizens' part? The comments varied, going from, "What are they saying?" They shamelessly asked the victim to release their statement. "She's the one who messed up trying to get into a fight with them," to "Just apologize to Soshina instead. This is ridiculous." Yeah, because asking for people not to make rash decisions when someone's career is on the line is ridiculous here. Plus, considering Soshina was the one whose accusations caused Soojin to get kicked out when Soojin said the two had never even had a conversation before, why would Soojin ever apologize to her? She's the one who deserves an apology. I realistically know she's never gonna get that, but I'm still waiting for the rest of the members to leave the company and continue as a 6-member group in another place. Ailee moved us to tears with her story about her parents, and I still can't get it together. In the latest episode of Immortal Song that aired on October 2nd, Ailee touched on losing both of her parents at a young age. So what happened to Ailee's parents and what did she reveal on the show? The first performer of part 2 of the episode was Hongja, who sang Seolwon-do's Lost 30 Years. This was a hit song that became a theme song for KBS's special broadcast Finding Dispersed Families, where families who were separated during the Korean War searched for their long-lost relatives. The performance got everyone a bit teary, but Ailee expressed her pain about relating to the song, as she lost her family members. In tears, Ailee said, "While working as a singer in Korea, I've been separated from a family in the United States for more than 10 years. I worked hard in Korea and was busy, so I couldn't even visit often." Ailee was visibly emotional and spoke on her own family and how much she regretted not seeing her parents when they were alive. She said, "We lived like a separated family, but both my parents passed away last year and early this year. The song had a different meaning for me. The lyrics touched me a lot. I miss them, and I regret not seeing my family who I missed the most while I was busy working." Ailee revealed her mother had passed away on February 13th of this year through an Instagram post, writing, "My mom, the most beautiful woman in the world. Rest in peace. Your daughter that you're proud of will take care of the rest of her family with love." She did not disclose her mother's cause of passing, nor her father's. In fact, it is unknown what happened to Ailee's father, as she did not post about him at the time. Losing parents is something so painful. I hope she's surrounded by people who support and love her. What do you think about the journalist article on Soojin? What about Sunwoo apologizing for his comments? Leave your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon. Bye!